Hello, Cancer. Welcome in. My name is Laura. Welcome to Tenacious Taurus Twin Flame Tarot. This is going to be your mid-month check-in for the month of March. Keep in mind, timing and energy is still fluid. This could have already happened, is happening right now, or is about to happen. But we are in the eclipse portal gateway, and I thought a mid-month check-in would benefit all of the zodiac signs. So Cancer, let's get into this. Please don't forget to hit that like button, comment on the videos, and subscribe to the channel. It does help to grow the channel and circulate the videos. But Cancer, I think you need some support. Moon circles. So it might be time to find a new circle of friends that are more supportive. These eclipses are really highlighting things that need to leave our lives. And so whatever's leaving your life, trust that it's meant to be. 3, I feel third party. Something here doesn't feel right. So you are being called to allow something to just play out organically, but whatever is meant to be during these eclipses, Cancer. So let's get into it. Keep in mind, this is for any major Cancer placements, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Jupiter, and North nodes. So if this message doesn't resonate, check your other signs and placements, Cancer. Don't forget to cross-watch. All right, what do we got for Cancer? I saw emotional regulation, so you might have to emotionally regulate yourself over the coming weeks. Oh, you're going to have to cut your losses. I feel by that eclipse on April 8th in Aries, the total solar eclipse, there is going to need to be a need to cut some losses here. So whatever is leaving your life, it is meant to be. So I feel aggression. I think it's time for you to take charge of a situation. I think it's time for you to go towards some new supportive friends. Maybe you need to reach out for some help and some support, but I think you're losing your patience. So I do feel you're going to want to be careful. I think you're getting ready to give somebody the middle finger here. I always see that with this card. At first glance, it looks like, shooting somebody the double middle finger, bottom of the deck. But I think you're gaining a lot of wisdom here. I do feel maybe you supported somebody that didn't deserve the support, but I feel you're going to have to face some challenges, and I think you're going in head first, facing these challenges head first, and I think you're going to come out the other side with a lot of wisdom, a lot of knowledge. I do feel the signs and the syncs have been cautioning you. Maybe this is a lesson in learning to accept some help. Okay, let's jump in with some tarot. But I do feel, yeah, it's time to cut your losses. Definitely is. Oh, my goodness. So what do we got here, Cancer? We got the 6 of Pentacles, and we got the King of Cups in reverse. I feel you're dealing with somebody that isn't trustworthy. I do feel there's some karma playing out here. So there's some karmic debt here that needs to be paid off. I think you're all up in your emotions. I think you're in a situation that doesn't feel safe. Maybe you're this person that's untrustworthy. You could be dealing with somebody that's not trustworthy. You could be dealing with a thief. Maybe you've devoted a lot of love and attention to somebody and you completely trusted them and they're screwing you over. Somebody here has hidden intentions, and I do feel there's like paying off of some karmic debt. What goes around comes around is what I just heard, Cancer. So let's get into it and let's see what needs to come through from my Cancer collective for this mid-month check-in. Oh, King of Cups. Yeah, it's time to plant a seed. Definitely third-party energy here. So we could have had somebody that come in between two people, two married people, two engaged people. I'm not sure. But I do feel it's time to make a new investment. I think you've wasted a lot of time on a poor investment here. So what needs to come through for Cancer? Messages for Cancer, please. 7 of Coins. Time to plant a new seed. I do think you've wasted a lot of time on a poor investment. You put in a lot of effort and you're not reaping any rewards. Maybe there was poor planning for the future. There is a need for patience. There is a need for resting. There is a need to process some deep-seated emotions. I feel an emotional purge, an emotional breakdown, maybe even a mental breakdown. Somebody here is so riddled with fear. I think somebody here has stuffed down and repressed some emotions for a long time. And now this is all boiling to the surface. There is a need to refocus. Oh my goodness. We get the 8 of Cups in reverse. We get the 7 of Cups upright. And we get the High Priestess. So the cat's out of the bag. Secrets are unveiled. Somebody here definitely received some poor counsel, received some poor advice, was not listening to their higher guidance. There is a need to walk on from a situation that might be riddled with addictions. There's a need to move forward. And I feel somebody is definitely all up in their feels. And I do think they definitely received some poor advice from somebody that they thought they could trust, that definitely had some questionable motives here. And then we get the ego, but I feel breaking free from a very unhealthy situation. So there is a new path that will support happiness, that will support new friendships here. But there's a need to recognize that there's a lack of balance. There's a lack of control. There's a lack of compromise here. You could be dealing with somebody with prominent Sagittarius, but I think you've made an unwise choice. There's a need to move on from a situation. You might need to pack up and move homes, but I feel there's a very heavy experience here. You're on a spiritual journey. You're on a spiritual quest. It's time to make some big life changes. You might need to leave a home. I do feel clarity is coming. I think you've really procrastinated. You've put something off. You've emotionally shoved something down, and maybe you've shoved it down with addictions, and that made you get connected to somebody who lacked integrity. I think you've avoided dealing with something for a long time, maybe a 7-year cycle. The heart palpitations. It's time to really turn inward here. There's a need to walk away from something. I do feel there's a situation here that is really not supporting a lot of happiness in your life. And so, yeah, there's an illusion here. There you are. Boom, taking charge. This Aries season, I think, is encouraging you to cut ties with somebody that has really caused a lot of emotional discontentment in your life. I think somebody here is being childish. We've got a masculine here, and this masculine is upright. We've got an Aries. You could be dealing with an Aries. You could have major Aries in your chart. But this is about accepting responsibility. This is about the whole truth and nothing but the truth, cutting through illusions and taking the appropriate actions. And so the Emperor does take charge. And I do feel, look at that, there's a true pair on the board here, but you need to get honest about what it is that you want. And so there could be two people here that are visionary leaders. I don't feel these two people are together, because somebody here needs to get honest. Somebody here needs to cut some losses to take action towards a new structure, but it will require discipline, and it might require somebody coming out of hiding. I feel somebody's been hiding in the spiritual closet, and they have avoided moving on from a situation. They have avoided relocating from a very depressing situation. And so if you want relief in your life, you got to pack up and you got to move. You got to move yourself to a more peaceful situation. You've got the knowledge. You can be patient all you want. It doesn't make a liar change its ways, right? And so I do feel it's time to take charge. It's time to accept that a cycle is reaching completion. It's time to accept that something is over. You've got freedom to do whatever you want, but you got to communicate that. You got to make a wise choice. You got to remain objective, and you cannot stay in a situation where you are not being respected. So take a breather, take a time out, gain some insights, because I feel like mental exhaustion and there's confusion. So let's clarify the 7 of Cups. Oh, there is a need to make a final judgment call about an ending. So there is a new beginning in love here, but there does need to be an ending. And so I think you keep revisiting a cycle with somebody. You keep over romanticizing with somebody. And I do feel this person could be a past life connection that is here to trigger some inner child wounding. I think get ready to make a decision. I do feel there's an awakening here. There's a need to head in a new direction. There's a need to step into your worth and your value and to get yourself unstuck. And so be willing to make a decision. I do feel maybe you're generous. Maybe you're practical. The Queen of Coins, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, kind of got a little bit of a Cancer-y vibe. Deep love of home. There is a rebirth here. I think you've got an opportunity to build something beautiful, but you got to get your foot unstuck here. It's like you're keeping your foot stuck in the wheel, all because what? You want to hold on to a situation that I feel is just like an emotional attachment. So it's time to head in a new direction. Let's clarify the 5 of Swords. I just think this unwise choice has really held you back from accomplishment, Cancer. Yeah, the 5 of Swords. We get the 2 of Cups. We get the Moon. And we get the Knight of Cups. Don't delude yourself. Do not delude yourself. You know what? Cancer, I get it. You are the mother of the zodiac. You don't like to give up on people that you love, but there is a need to end a very challenging relationship where I think you've been in the dark. I think you're dealing with like a Rico Suave, a romanticizer, somebody that likes to create delusions and illusions, that likes to sweep you off your feet, to keep you in a state of confusion. And so there is going to be a revelation that will make things crystal clear. And I do see you taking action towards planning for the long term. So get ready for a realignment. There is a major realignment. There is some type of karma playing out when it comes to past choices. Be patient. You get to decide what is next, Cancer. So let's get you one last message with the numerology deck. What else does Cancer need to be aware of? Could be dealing with a Virgo, could be dealing with a Pisces, Aries, Capricorn, Sagittarius. But I do feel there is definitely a need to show yourself some compassion. 9-9. There is a lesson reaching completion. And so I do feel you're going to want to watch your money. Financial discipline is necessary. I do feel you could be dealing with somebody that is in it for the money. And maybe that's going to be a challenge. But I do feel, yeah, be mindful of your home environment. I do feel there's like this underlying 4 of Cups vibration, and it's time to find the self-discipline to end something. So closing out a cycle, gaining the knowledge, I feel, and allowing yourself to follow the signs. So let's wrap it up there. I guess that's it, Cancer? So I hope this helped. I hope this resonated. If you would like to book a personal or a soulmate reading with me, please feel free to check out that description box below. And I do look forward to seeing you all again next time. Thanks, Cancer.